What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the MIgardener channel. I was outside just taking care of the garden, doing some fall and winter prep stuff for the garden, and I decided to check on my bramble patch here. And for those of you that haven't seen this, this is basically where the old owner of this house just had a rose patch. And we said, well, roses grow identical in the same growing conditions as brambles. I like growing edibles, so I'm gonna pull out those roses and instead plant some raspberries and blackberries. And we've done some growing guides on them here, and people have just really taken a lot of information from those videos. So I'm glad they did so well, and so many people are excited about growing them. But we've had a lot of questions as to our favorite season to grow them. Because if you've never grown blackberries or raspberries, you'll know, or if you have grown them, you'll know that there are two seasons. There is a main summer season and there is a fall season. And I want to share with you why our favorite season is fall. So here in Michigan, summertime, people go crazy at U-pick farms. They just go nuts. And there's so many people picking raspberries. We actually avoid the raspberry patch because in years past when we did pick them, the raspberries, you had to fight through people to get your raspberries. Everything was picked over. And on top of that, the fruit that you did get was really small, and it ended up going bad very quickly because of the reasons I'm going to outline. So the first reason why I can't stand summer or why I love fall so much is because the sun is lower in the sky in fall. In the summer, around mid-June, or I mean late June to mid-July, the sun is just so direct, and you get a lot of sun scald on your soft-bodied fruits. This is because raspberries do not like really full, hot, direct sun. They have no protection. The only thing that protects them is a really soft skin, which is why they're called soft-bodied fruits. And that means that if sun hits them for a long period of time, they'll burn. You get a lot of soft patches or patches that go like dark and shrivelly. That's caused from sun scald. You get a lot of burnt leaves. You'll see the leaves turning kind of silvery or just kind of brown and withering. That's caused from too much sun. And so in the fall, the sun is lower in the sky, so you don't have the risk of sun scald, meaning the quality of fruit is incredibly, exponentially better than it is in the summer. The next component to that is because the sun is lower in the sky, it's also cooler. Now this kind of ties into not getting sun scald as much, but because it's cooler, the fruit ripens a lot slower. You'll find in summertime, the fruit will be there, it'll be ripe. You blink your eye and you miss that season of picking because it's only about 2 or 3 weeks at most for the summer picking season. And that's kind of why people go crazy, is because the summer picking season is so short. You gotta get all your berries for all your preservation all at once. Whereas in the fall, you get fruit and they'll form about like early to mid-September, they'll start flowering, and they just start ripening in early October. So they got a long time to set on the plant before they start ripening. But what that allows is for flavor to be built. They're not necessarily a whole lot sweeter than in the summer. In summer, I find the berries are a little bit sweeter, but that also contributes to their expiration life, or their shelf life, their fast expiration. They really go bad so quickly because of how sweet they are. These berries here will last about a week in the fridge if you keep them just on a paper towel. They'll keep for about a week fresh. Whereas if you pick stuff in the summer and you keep them in the fridge, they'll last about maybe 2 days, 3 days if you're lucky. And so the expiration date on these berries is about double. And finally, the reason why I absolutely love fall berries is because you get a whole lot more rain. Meaning, because the berries are about 95% water, you get a whole lot bigger fruit. And that is amazing because when you grow fruit, obviously the bigger they are, the better. So you're not sitting there picking forever just to get a little bit for a serving. You get huge fruits, and they're juicy, they're massive, and they last a long time, and they have great flavor. So I want to show you what we got going on here. I've got some to pick. Some just started ripening. So I want you to just enjoy this with me. To let me know in the comments box below if you prefer fall berries more than summer berries. I might be alone on this, but maybe I'm not. So I'm curious. Just let me know. All right, so you can see here just how many flowers. The flower production too is insane compared to summer. You get some that are just now starting to form tiny little buds there. You get lots more flowers here. Let me just check that out. It's just amazing. And the pollinators too. The pollinators have a lot less food, so they come to these brambles a whole lot more frequently than they would in the summer when there's a lot of food source for them. So let's find some ripe berries here so you can just see there's some just starting to turn. Look how big those are. Oh man, those are gonna be nice. Look at that nice patch of flowers there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh man, check that out. Look at that. So much bigger. There's some more that are just starting to ripen there. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes, jackpot. And over here we have just some smaller raspberries. These are our golden raspberries, and you can see they've even got a little bit of fruit action going on. Look at that. So not a ton of fruit production because these plants are still pretty small here, but nonetheless, we've got some more flowers and fruit coming on right there, and the plants are smaller, but they're also these are also much slower growing plants, but we'll take them. So check that out. First fall berries of the year. Those are big berries. So like I said, these plants are going to produce well up into the first frost. So these are definitely going to continue ripening. We're going to get a lot of fruit production this fall out of these berries here. And the nice thing is because it's located on the side of our garage, it's actually a microclimate. It's slightly protected from the cool weather. So we're going to get a lot of fruit production out of these canes here. And you can see they're just producing like crazy. So I'm going to get a taste test here, see what they taste like. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, it's just, there's so much more raspberry flavor. And when you think of a raspberry, actually like really think of the perfect raspberry flavor. It's not, in summer you get a lot of sweetness. It's more of like a sugar sweetness, but there's not a lot of raspberry flavor. In fall, they're not as sweet. They're slightly tart because they just don't have the sunlight to create as much sugar. But when they ripen, they have so much raspberry flavor that it's almost a completely different fruit. It's just, oh my gosh, and they're so soft. You know, because they're so full of water from all the rain that, I mean, look at the, maybe you can see that. Yeah, look at how big those seed cavities are, or pods, or I don't know what you call them, I forgot, but they're good nonetheless. The golden ones, in my experience, are a whole lot sweeter than the red. Wow. Even in the fall, it just melts right in your mouth. Now, the variety here, I know I'm going to get asked this, the variety right here is called Latham, L-A-T-H-A-M, Latham. And then down there we have what's called I believe it's called a sun-kissed. It's just S-U-N, but kissed. It's K-I-S-S apostrophe D, I think. Yeah, so sun-kissed is the variety that those are. Sorry about that, battery died in the middle of that shot there, but just basically I was closing out saying that I really hope that you all have had your minds changed about this amazing season. I know it's obviously not the most popular. It's certainly a season that gets overshadowed by pumpkins and apple orchards and things like that. But this is the season that you can really truly get some beautiful berries, and I really hope that that this has highlighted that. And I also hope that you try growing berries. We have a lot of growing guides on how to grow berries, blackberries and raspberries and currants and a bunch of different berries. I'd recommend checking them out, really getting these into your garden. They're such an asset. They are there once you plant them. They produce and they grow and they multiply, and they are just the gift that keeps on giving. So I really hope that you give them a shot, and we'll certainly be enjoying these for the next month or so until frost comes. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. And as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow big or go home. We'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.